1 2 1 2 knock knock. It's time for a very special Mammoth Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go for the gold. This is an all title match premium event right here on Twitch, the only wrestling you need to be watching on Mondays. I'm your co-host Tom, and I'm joined as always by
21st Century Fool Tom. How are you?
I'm great. This was actually supposed to be the first Stampede Sunday, the Sunday Smash. I don't know, but life got in the way, so we're giving you one more Mammoth Monday before we probably have to move full-time to Sundays. You excited, 21st Century Fool?
Oh, absolutely. We are going big and then going home to Sunday nights.
Hell yeah, go for the gold. Hell of a title. Whoever came up with that, they deserve a raise. I don't know who to give credit to, though, 21st Century Fool.
We'll figure it out.
We will indeed. Well, we have to start it off. We got a championship match to get to right off the bat. And 21st Century Fool, can you tell us the tale of this title tussle?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I can. We are seeing our current champion and multiple-time title holder, Producer Becca, taking on the newest member to the women's roster. It's Lady D, who I will say, much like another wrestler, Melania on that roster, has come into the league and skyrocketed directly to the top, just leaving bodies in her wake. And Tom, this is going to be a heck of a challenge for the champion. I don't know, like I said, Melania, Lady D, they have just laid waste to the entire roster since getting here, and it took a while to get the title off of Melania after she snatched it up. And as we watch this intro, I think Lady D has a clear advantage coming into tonight. What do you think?
I think that our women's division attracts the very best from both the worlds of professional wrestling and video games. Melania proves that, Producer Becca proves that, Toxic Melody proves that, and now, as you said, the newly arrived, the newly arisen Lady D putting the roster on notice. Lady D also, let's not forget, already has a victory over Producer Becca. Producer Becca decided to host an exhibition match against Lady D in their debut, and they got stomped on by those big mommy high heels. So, we were impressed, us, the board, of course, the most powerful members of Bad Elephant Wrestling, you and I and Spider Cat. We decided, all right, let's see what Lady D can do. Gave her a #1 contenders match against Princess Daisy, and now she's facing Becca once again. What do you think Producer Becca's odds are against somebody that she's already struggled with, 21st Century Fool?
Well, I'll go back to my usual joke of statistically it's 50%, but if you want to step away from math for a minute, I think it's a whole lot lower tonight, Tom. I mean, yes, as you said, Producer Becca already losing to Lady D. And then we've also seen the resilience of Lady D. Like, a lot of times with, I feel like Melania, you are just bombarded, It's just an all-out assault. And if you can happen to weather that storm, you've got a chance. But as we saw the last time we were here with Daisy taking on Lady D, Daisy actually had a chance or two to put this match away. And through means, mystical or otherwise, Lady D was able to turn that around and come out with that victory to be the #1 contender tonight. And I think all that momentum is definitely in her favor.
Daisy got a little too happy-go-lucky, got a little too peppy, and paid the piper as a result. And now we're here with perhaps a new dominating force, a lady dominatrix, if you will. We all remember her reputation when Resident Evil 8 launched, and now that I think that Resident Evil 8 is behind her, she was eager to get into the BEW women's division, you know what I mean? Already conquered the Resi fandom, now here to conquer possibly our women's champion. I am very excited. Tell us who you think is going to win in the chat as we await the arrival of our reigning defending champion, Producer Becca. Lady D prepping in the ring.
Metroid Mike has a plan. I will take all the belts in the men's division. Then I'll switch to Metroid Michelle and take the women's titles. Then I die to Toxic Melody.
Ah, the Conor McGregor strategy, of course, of course. Well, good luck to you, Metroid Mike, but you think you're gonna wrestle in a division when I already don't want you in another division? I mean, look, you're lucky you're getting a match tonight, Metroid Mike, especially after you threatened me in the Discord, but you'll have your time later tonight when you take on Dark Joker in what I assume is going to be one hell of a bloodbath. Are you ready to see some carnage, 21st Century Fool?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we are going to see it in that match for sure. Two wrestlers who are not afraid to really lay it all on the line, don't care if they're bleeding. I mean, it's probably two of our most hardcore members of the roster just allowed to go absolutely ham on one another. It's going to be insane.
For sure. There it is, the BEW Women's Championship, the most prestigious prize in women's wrestling today. Sorry.
I mean, Metroid Mike, your plan did work for Santino Marella, so, I mean...
controversially, yes. But, you know, I got to say apologies to Mariah May, apologies to Liv Morgan, but that's the top women's belt in the world of wrestling right now, and I think everyone here recognizes it. I mean, why would Lady D be here if they weren't gunning for the gold? Hello to Thunder Bandit in the chat, as well as Cowboy, Fish Knight, Metroid Mike. We're seeing a lot of our great and lovely fans, and we're also seeing several people with matches tonight. Do you want to kind of prep everybody for the rest of the card, 21st Century Fool?
Sure.
Title being displayed.
Well, as we've mentioned, we have the women's title going on right now. Then you have graciously decided to put your title on the line in an Anyone But Metroid Mike Open Challenge, which has been answered by Post Malone.
Yeah, it was either him or Jelly Roll, but I was very happy to accept Post Malone's challenge.
I mean, there you go. So, yeah, taking on a musical wrestler in your Anyone But a Musical Wrestler Open Challenge.
I mean, I don't know any other wrestlers on this roster who also play music, so that's why Post Malone is kind of perfect. Lady D going to work on Producer Becca.
Lady D having a perfect match so far, right out the gate, just taking it to Producer Becca. After that, we have the aforementioned bloodthirsty, absolute. That match is going to be nuts. It's Metroid Mike and Dark Joker, and I can't even talk about just how gruesome that match is probably going to become, because neither one of those wrestlers know when to quit. So,
Producer Becca smartly rolling to the outside for some recovery time. And
a little snap there. Yeah, and then afterwards we have Jake taking on Fish Knight for the Sparkling Ice Championship. That should be another fantastic match. Hopefully Jake was able to secure some life insurance in those 6 hours between the announcement and tonight.
For sure, for sure. If Jake wins, he'll be bringing some gold back to Game Corp. But Fish Knight has been so
needed.
Yes.
I feel like they've been, struggling a little bit.
Indeed, indeed. But of course, Fish Knight, the BEW Barracuda, very territorial, very hell-bent on keeping their gold. So we'll have to see if Jake can put up enough of a fight for the Underwater Knight. Fish Knight saying, I most prefer Post Malone's elven cousin, Post Malone. Or is it Post Melon? You have to translate that for me, 21st Century Fool. Oh! This could be it. One. And
no.
kick out.
Still a bunch in the tank for Producer Becca. So I'm going through the rest of the card after the Sparkling Ice Championship, just when you've already had your fill of tons of wrestling. Don't worry, we've got more. It's the Bad Dudes coming for another shot at the title. They came really close the last time. Can they actually get to the mountaintop tonight. Oh, look at this.
Ooh.
Like a fisherman neck breaker? That is wild.
I liked it. I mean, I'm rooting for producer Becca, but that was an impressively devastating
My
move.
goodness.
Oh, and of course, I missed the Lord of the Rings reference. It's melon.
Yes, that is speak friend and enter.
Exactly. See, I don't understand it unless I hear Ian McKellen say melon.
I mean, that's true. Ian McKellen should just narrate everything. That's just
Yes. Ooh, brutal. That was like a high angle spear, kind of tackled Becca's chest in a way.
Well, I feel when you're just that much larger than your opponent, that may happen anyway. And finally, in the main event, it's Thunder Bandit taking on the #1 contender, the Retro Cream, Josh Yeager, who came out in surprising fashion last week to beat JB.
Uh-oh, we have an
Springboard
emergency
leg drop
situation
into the
here.
top.
1, 2. Okay, I
No.
thought Becca was done for. But please, tell us about that great #1 contenders match.
Oh my God, I had to go back and rewatch that again, by the way. Everyone should check that out on VOD. It's fantastic. That match had everything, both of them just throwing each other around, weapons galore. And in the end, it's Josh with a possum pin roll-up.
Out of nowhere.
Hits the 3 count. Unbelievable. And he is your #1 contender for the Bad Elephant Wrestling World Championship. Look out, double knees.
I'm a little disappointed. Producer Becker had a real advantage there. Managed to recover very quickly, but didn't get out of the way of that Meteora. And now, eating more offense. Ref up to a 3 count.
As producer Becca, I know I've been, sort of reading this and paying a little attention to chat, but I haven't seen producer Becca do very much this match so far. This has been incredibly one-sided.
They've been rallying. They've been getting in some hope spots. You assume they're the underdog. They're the defending champion against a terrible Titan right now. But producer Becca has had a couple moments. I'm just disappointed in the follow-up. Lady D getting her back in the ring to beat the 10 count. The ref had gotten up to 8.
Say something here.
Sure.
I feel like what we're watching right now is what should have been done with Shayna Baszler and never was.
Yeah. Well, we all know the behind-the-scenes story of that. Becky Lynch fought for Shayna to be given a decisive victory, but Vince vetoed it. So now we are here, and I don't think Shayna has ever fully recovered. But I still like her as a wrestler. I still enjoy her hard-hitting style, personally.
Yeah, it's great, Also, a nice, bonus that she is a fellow nerd and, video game player.
And boom!
Sure.
There's the Eclipse. 1.
Oh my God. 2!
Oh.
No! Pulled it out of nowhere.
Razor thin kick out
Like
from
a
Lady
rabbit
D.
out of a hat. I thought she had it. She's going up again.
I really thought.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh!
What a move! What a move to leap off the top.
Is this
It
it?
looked like she hurt her shoulder, maybe.
1,
but
2.
it could be enough.
No. I think she did hurt herself the way she was gripping her arm. Couldn't get the pin there. Now she's scrambling, trying to get in some kind of offense on Lady D. But was that a last gasp of sorts?
I don't know. We will see. Like I said, she managed to avoid that punch from Lady D when she popped up going for the corner.
Oh.
But she came up holding it, looked like either her elbow or her shoulder. So I'm not sure if she is 100%.
Gets out of the choke slam.
Enough to get, what is in an octopus hole? Oh, okay.
A nice submission maneuver here. Okay.
A modified ab stretch.
Oh, the Lady D. Ooh.
Powering out of it.
Literally.
Using that height and strength to her advantage. Yeah, good old vetoing Vince. Yeah. Well, something I feel like we don't see a ton of, but we have seen a bit in this match is Lady D.
Just putting the nail in the coffin. I feel like
I think she actually calls that the coffin nail, actually, Tom.
Becca getting
yeah,
up.
no. So thankfully, Fish Knight, as far as I'm aware, we actually don't have to worry about that anymore. But still, the problem is sometimes, and Tom and I were talking about this with Ricochet too, is sometimes the damage has already been done and you just can't recover from it. Unfortunately, I'm hoping that's not the case with Shayna, but because now they're in this. Stable, the Pure Fusion Collective.
Yeah, they've got a bad name. I think the stable's a good idea, but it's
so terrible.
Very bad stable name.
I mean, it's not as bad as the Boston Hug Connection, but like it's still very bad.
Oh. Lady D planting producer Becca up against the barricade. The referee is up to the count of 7, and the count has been interrupted.
Again, just when you think producer Becca has got some momentum, it all comes crashing down, quite literally.
The ringside damage may have been too much. Here we go for the pin. 2, 3.
She got it.
I
think that coffin nail on the outside was literally the end of that.
I believe it was. Jake, welcome to the chat. My goodness, producer Becca, a well-fought match in a very well-done reign, but Lady D is now ready to dominate the women's division, and there you go. I am the one, I am the champ. What do you think about the outcome of that match, 21st Century Fool?
I am sadly not surprised. I was really glad to see producer Becca turning things around and really making a match of it, because in the early goings, it looked like it was going to be an absolute one-sided beatdown. So I was glad to see it not go that way. However, it is what we thought it was going to be. Lady D just too much, the size and strength advantage. We saw that coffin nail finisher on the outside, and that was more than enough, unfortunately, for producer Becca. And we have a new champion. So
it's true. It's true.
Interesting to see where it will go from there and how long Lady D will hold on to that title.
Very true. Very true. And I mean, Lady D could have a host of very interesting challengers coming around the corner. Toxic Melody, Princess Daisy, all waiting in the wings. Apocalypse QT, Princess Zelda. But for right now, we got to move into another championship match. It's the Digital Heavyweight Championship, arguably the most prestigious belt on the roster, held by yours truly. 21st Century Fool, you want to tell everybody about why Post Malone was the only person who could face off for this title tonight?
Because you said he was the only one who could. You wouldn't take challenges from anyone else.
I mean, there was no other wrestler who does their own music. You know what I mean? Nobody else who plays their own music and also wrestles. It had to be Post Malone.
Yes, that's correct, Tom.
That is correct. So once again, we begin an anyone but Metroid Mike Open Challenge, and making their debut. Let's welcome Post Malone to the ring, everybody.
I do have to say that I do have to give it to Post Malone for putting the music together for this year's WWE game. So much better than last year's music.
Oh yes, the soundtrack is a banger.
If I can give accolades for anything, oh my goodness, just the music is infinitely better this year than last year.
For real. Like, last year we had to keep the soundtrack off because of copyright reasons, but we were keeping it off also out of embarrassment. This year, I actually would love to have the soundtrack on between matches, but unfortunately, them damn copyrights. Oh, look at Post Malone's been getting into ring shape.
Right?
Look at this. Maybe he's actually going to put up a bit of a challenge.
Hey, you never know. I'm sure people thought the same thing about Logan Paul when he first debuted.
Well, I think he's slowly about to end his wrestling career with some things that have been coming out recently.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
It's one of those things where you're like, man, I don't like this person, but son of a bitch, can he wrestle?
Well, right now it's time to talk about the most dominant faction in Bad Elephant Wrestling. It's time to talk about the board, ladies and gentlemen. There's my.
Yeah, so it's really weird, Gnome Church and Fish Night. I'll get to your thing in just 1 second. Yeah, you can. I don't understand. I mean, I understand it, but it does sort of make me scratch my head as well. If you are streaming a game and there is copyrighted music in the game, you can be copyright struck.
Yep, it doesn't
just
even,
by streaming said music.
Doesn't matter if it's even a part of it.
No sense whatsoever. I'm assuming it's because the game pays for the movie, the music rights, but you are not. It's sort, you know what I mean? So it's one of those kind of deals. But yeah, it is weird to think about.
Ladies and gentlemen, pay your respects to the board and myself, your digital heavyweight champion, about to crush Metroid Mike. Want to thank 21st Century, not Metroid Mike, Post Malone. Sorry, getting confused with a different wrestler / musician. 21st Century Fool, Spider Cat, thanks for accompanying me to the ring. Really appreciate it. I think you guys deserve to see some excellence and execution down here in the ring. Fish Knight asking.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom. I was just about to read that, but go ahead.
No, go please. I have to get ready to beat up Post Malone.
Yes. So, Fish Knight with a hypothetical. If Vince McMahon ever came out and said his entire life was one long game of kayfabe, and he made himself the world's worst boss on purpose because he wanted the WWE to have a villain to survive through, knowing that the price of it, entering a hopeful renaissance, was him being hated forever, do you think people would buy it?
No, because I hate when people try to excuse shit by saying, oh, but it was purposefully shit. Doesn't that make it more interesting? I was like, no. If it's shit, it's shit. So, no.
So I was going to say there are some people who would absolutely buy that.
Okay.
But those are the people who probably also still think that Vince McMahon has done absolutely nothing wrong in the entirety of his life. And sadly, I feel like there are people like that out there somewhere.
And trust me, we knew he had done stuff that was wrong before the last few years. So
yeah, it's been a while. And look out there, big knee to open stuff up here.
He's stealing my moves. I don't appreciate the fact that. What is he doing? What is this? Hey, I don't like this.
I mean, are you wrestling Cowboy? You've been hogtied in the middle of the ring.
What is this Joker doing?
Post Malone just absolutely taking it to Tom. I'm not gleefully talking about this, but what are you doing?
Well, I'm just trying to be nice to our celebrity guests. I don't want them to look too bad. You know, we got royalties, we got appearance fees tied up in this, so you know, I'm just trying to be nice to them. Also, shout out to Toxic Pandolf.
Cowboy fan. Absolutely correct, Metroid Mike.
Yeah, shout out to Toxic Pandolf in the chat. Great to see you here. Cowboy Jake, I don't know if I gave you a proper hello, but we're gonna give Post Malone a proper goodbye in a few seconds. Let's go. Get out of my ring.
Ooh. Thought it was going to be an axe handle, and then all of a sudden the boots came out. Yeah, so Fish Knight, I feel like there are some people who would absolutely buy it. I think, and I know we're in this like digital social media world now where a lot of the kayfabe bleeds over. So it's really hard to tell sometimes on social media.
What the heck?
You know, if it's the wrestling gimmick or the person talking. But
come on, Spider-Cat, 21st Century Fool, fight for me. Come on. Why aren't you guys helping me? Why aren't you guys helping me?
It's not that kind of match, Tom. I would get you disqualified.
We are the board. I could tell the ref to not look. Why are you backing away? You two should be helping me.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Cowboy.
I'm bound. We are bound by the rules.
Cowboy's sick, but I support Redneck Malone. Sorry that you're sick, good buddy. But Toxic Pandolf, the #1 Cowboy fan. There we go. Oof. But what is your opinion on Post Malone, Toxic Pandolf? That's what we need to know. Because I'm about to get in here and beat his ass since 21st Century Fool is somehow reluctant to help out his fellow member of the board. I don't know what you're doing, 21st Century Fool.
look, I got to
You're
do
being a-
commentary. I have to play by the rules.
You're being a real fool, in my
I
opinion.
mean, you should have made this a 2-on-1 match or something if you wanted my help.
Dude,
like
if you get me disqualified, I retain my title. Easy peasy. You should just help me.
But do you really want to win that way?
Well, I'm gonna win no matter what, but you and I are gonna have a talk backstage. I tell you what. All right, let's get this Joker up. Time.
That is interesting, Fish Knight.
Boom. Director's cut right in the middle of the ring.
In the middle of the ring.
1, 2.
The ref out of
3.
position, but it does not matter. They could have counted to 10.
Go back to writing Spider-Man songs, Post Malone.
Back to the recording studio. Yeah, no, Fish Knight, you make it, like, again, it's an interesting point. And maybe this is just me because I'm not super huge on social media, but I don't necessarily need my kayfabe to spill over into the real world. I sort of like it when it stays on, my TV screen, and that's about it. You know what I mean? I'm perfectly okay with people living their actual life on their social media, or being the nice person they are, even if they're a heel. Stuff like that, like Austin Theory.
Here's the thing, 21st Century Fool.
A fantastic human being, despite being an absolute dick in the ring. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, 24. I don't want to see Vince McMahon live his life in kayfabe or on social media or in real life. I just want Vince McMahon to go away. And BEW is a Vince McMahon free zone, so we don't have to worry. Nobody will be pooped on here in BEW. But the next match, you might see somebody get bled on. Who do we have going one-on-one? And can you tell us about the very special match type they'll be competing in, 21st Century Fool?
Well, as if, Metroid Mike and Dark Joker wasn't enough. Again, we've talked about how both of them are no strangers to the hardcore areas of wrestling, how they don't mind a little bloodshed. So, Tom, in your infinite wisdom, you decided, let's just throw them backstage and let them do whatever the hell they want and see what happens.
Well, here's the thing. I promised Metroid Mike a reward for defeating his childhood hero, Mankind. And, Dark Joker really impressed me with his debut and with his attitude. Dark Joker wants blood. He wants to destroy as many people on the roster as he can. I want to destroy Metroid Mike, so this is Metroid Mike's reward. He gets to try and survive Dark Joker. So I'm very excited for this match. I don't remember the last time we had a straight-up backstage brawl, but as you know, the rules are you can only win by knocking your opponent out. Who do you got your money on, 21st Century Fool?
The last one we had, Tom, was over a parking space, and it was in 2K23.
So quite a while.
It has been a while, but yeah, I mean, this is going to be a tough one to call because honestly, I mean, we've seen Metroid Mike. He has a very long resume of what he has done here at Bad Elephant Wrestling. And this sort of match is prime. It's in his wheelhouse for him. No Logan Paul, pun intended. But Dark Joker is new, but their debut has been phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still sort of a mystery, so you're not really sure what to expect. But again, we have heard it from Dark Joker themselves that, they are not scared of blood. They like the hardcore stuff. They like using weapons and such. So I'm really curious to see how this goes.
Well, I'm really curious to when Dark Joker is going to start kicking Mike's ass, because Mike taking control of this match in a way that I'm a little annoyed by. Look at this. Disrespecting Dark Joker, scuffing up his nice Air Jordans. What is he doing, 21st Century Fool?
Yeah, I'm not really sure why you would wear, nice white shoes to a backstage brawl. But
I'm not sure why you would wear Nike when Adidas exists. But anyway, Metroid Mike loading a fist up there and, popping him in the head.
Is a really good look.
Dark Joker Fish Knight, Lady D, we've had a string of very impressive debuts in the past few months here. You know, new foundational members of the roster to go along with the great veterans that we have who bring the action week after week. I'm impressed with everybody who's been debuting here in Bad Elephant Wrestling. Metroid Mike, trying to throw Dark Joker into an elevator, and Dark Joker saying, no, I'm not going in that elevator.
Yes, I do believe he is wearing Jordans, Metroid Mike.
The stupid spotlight's in the way, and
the elevator is open. I mean, Tom, you could change that.
I can't. No, there's no camera control in this matchup.
Oh no!
I tried. Oh, the elevator is open again. Who's gonna take it? Somebody get in the elevator.
These two trading blows.
Oh, and Dark Joker is the first one to bleed. Ironic, and that he is bloodthirsty.
Fish Knight saying, I think Metroid Mike should get around the anyone but Metroid Mike stipulation by adopting a new persona a la the many faces of Mick Foley. He won't technically be Metroid Mike, so it's a flawless plan.
Oh.
That is a very good plan. Yes, Mick Foley has done that. I don't know if he's done that to get around an angle.
He has. He has.
There has been a couple times where wrestlers have created a new persona or donned a mask and pretended to be somebody completely different to get around a, I lost a title match and the stipulation was if I lose, I can't challenge for the title again.
Yes, that's exactly what Mick Foley did in 2000. The evil DX, aka the McMahon Helmsley faction, booked a match where if Mankind didn't win, Mankind could never challenge for Triple H's title again. And Mick Foley came out and famously said, Mankind can't wrestle for that belt, but there's someone who can. And he took his white shirt off and revealed his Cactus Jack flannel, and that's how he got a new championship match. And, well, I really was hoping for more blood out of Metroid Mike, but he's like a pesky Inspector Gadget or some other type of hero. He keeps thwarting my challenges, 21st Century Fool. Why does Metroid Mike keep ruining my dastardly plans? Tell me.
Because he's very good at what he does. Also very good at what they do is the chat. Because someone said put him in a skin-tight suit, and Gnome Church said put him in a skin-tight suit and call him Zero Suit Mike. Was that Cowboy with Castlevania Charles? Yes.
I was gonna say he should just be other Nintendo franchises. He should be Pikmin Mike. He should be Star Fox Mike. He should be F-Zero Mike. But all right, he won this match. He beat my new enforcer, Dark Joker. So I guess I have to do something else nice for him, 21st Century Fool. What do you think?
I mean, it would be. Yes, you should. I mean, it would be nice of you.
You're saying he worked really hard and I should do something nice for him?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, while I think of what to do for him, do you want to set up the next match, 21st Century Fool?
I absolutely can, Tom. Boy, how do we follow that bloodbath? Well, we followed up with Jake and Fish Knight for the Sparkling Ice Championship. And that is going to be, I mean, again, we're talking about veteran versus newcomer.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, Fish Knight has really come on strong since debuting several weeks ago, all the way to taking the Sparkling Ice title and has held on to it. So,
for sure,
Bad Elephant Wrestling Barracuda looking strong. What do you think, Tom?
Well, I think Jake is also to be commended for fighting their way up the rankings and clinching a #1 contendership for the Sparkling Ice title. You know, Jake has had a lot of accolades. That he's been Mr. Money in the Bank. He's been a Taco Bell champion, but Jake has yet to hold singles gold in his time here at Bad Elephant Wrestling. And I think the Sparkling Ice title would look pretty nice around his waist if he can claim it.
It is true he came incredibly close cashing in his Money in the Bank against Thunder Bandit, but Thunder Bandit, the current champion, digging deep, able to pull out the victory. And yeah, so this is Jake's newest attempt at singles gold.
Indeed, indeed. And Cowboy coming down to the ring to support his Game Corp fellow intern. Cowboy and Jake, you think Cowboy could lend his amigo a little bit of assistance? What do you think?
I mean, I feel like Game Corp is willing to break the rules, even though I'm not.
Who breaks the rules more, the board or Game Corp?
Ooh. Well, I feel like if you're including the boss in that, then it's probably definitely Game Corp.
Possibly, possibly. And Cowboy saying he's just picking a fight because Game Corp dumps its dead interns in the ocean. Well, out of the ocean rises Fish Knight. The reigning Sparkling Ice champion, taking the belt away from Retro King Josh Yeager, definitively ending that era and solidifying themselves as the king of caffeine. 21st Century Fool, what kind of champion do you think Fish Knight has been so far?
Oh, a very dominant one. I mean, I feel like Fish Knight has been pretty dominant since making their debut, so it does not surprise me that as a champion, that trend has continued. We're still waiting to hear back from legal to hear if that shoulder piece is legal. But until we get confirmation, it stays on.
I believe it's been ruled to be part of his body, so therefore it cannot be removed. Also, would you want to be the person to try to remove it from Fish Knight, honestly?
No, not really so much.
Champ getting to their feet.
You gotta have a better chance of stopping Bronson Reed from doing 3,000 tsunamis than taking that off.
Fish Knight, definitively undefeated since debuting. Has not been pinned or submitted once. Jake on the outside. Look, he's taunting Fish Knight. Is that smart? Is it smart for anyone to taunt Fish Knight at this point?
I mean, I would advise against it.
We have the Sparkling Ice Champion. Gotta fix the side plates. I don't know why the logo disappeared.
Weighing in at 230 pounds,
Unbreakable Jake, the master of memos, the apocalyptic maniac, versus the mysterious, the dangerous, the chivalrous Fish Knight. I've got my money on, I have to say, on Fish Knight to retain. Jake, it's no lack of faith in you. It's just, how do you kill a monster like this? 21st Century Fool, what do you think?
Yeah, I feel like, again, removing statistics from this, Jake, much like producer Becca, has a very tall order ahead of them and a huge uphill battle. Now, that being said, if anyone can make that climb in loafers, it's Jake. But it's still a hell of a climb, so we will see.
Very true. Very true. Cowboy saying Jake's going to pull out Fish Knight's kryptonite, a plastic six-pack of soda rings. Is choking legal in BEW? Because that would choke Fish Knight to death, I'm pretty sure. Oh, going for the pin.
That's it.
2.
Okay, but when they got to 2, I actually got scared that was it. I got frightened very quickly.
I was going to say, did Jake throw this match to win some money? What's going on here?
I mean, I feel like we have seen that before.
Fish Knight.
That Insaguri there.
Yeah, Fish Knight already kind of on the backside here. And
no!
If I had a nickel for every time Jake whiffed on an over-the-top rope move, I would have 3 nickels. Right? Which doesn't sound like a lot, but
I believe Jake is still the only Bad Elephant wrestler to ever swan dive over the top rope and then directly through a table with nobody on it.
He keeps hitting those critical failures. It's not pretty, but a very impressive lariat, almost like JD.
I was gonna say, but he hit that clothesline. Let me tell you.
And I don't know if you caught it a few seconds ago. Cowboy got up on the ropes. It's like he was already ready to come to Jake's aid.
I mean, we have seen that before, though. We have seen it with Josh and Spider-Cat taking on the boss. Oh, no. Jake on the ropes again. This time connects.
Ooh. You know, you mentioned those loafers. In this entire match, he's been pulling out fancy footwork. I got to tell you.
It is a... it is what Jake is known for, I think, since switching to his corporate...
Oh, but look at
gimmick.
this. Look at this Fish Knight trying to eat Jake's fingers. And he's doing
It's,
it again.
It's fish fingers. Terrible.
Fish sticks. Oh, we have a new Fish Knight tenant in the chat. You want to read it, 21st Century Fool?
This would be tenant number 55. Be not afraid to hit a man with glasses, especially if he's a capitalist.
Oh. A knee.
Big knee. No, yeah, I feel like those loafers are loaded because Jake really loves bringing those into a match, and very often they work incredibly well.
They must be weighted. Ooh. Fish Knight with a big overhead
Which again, our legal
splash.
team has not said anything against them. So if the armor stays,
Oh my God!
well, we talked about choking here.
Literally trying to choke the life out of Jake.
Oh, and there was an eye rake. The goggles do nothing, and Jake able to escape with a knee lift, but looking real worse for wear, I've got to say.
Spring into
Really slow to get up there for a minute. Oh, now we got some action going. Couple clotheslines.
Uh-oh. Look at this.
Leg sweep.
He kicked his leg
Jake-
out of his leg.
It.
A little bit of a sequence interruption there. Button heads. Now, Fish Knight getting Jake on the ropes. Cowboy watching from the outside. And an eye rake on the top rope. Ugly stuff.
Hey,
One,
doesn't have to be pretty if you
two.
just win.
Cowboy on the outside. It looks like he was getting ready to celebrate a win for Jake.
The pennies in his penny loafers are made of depleted uranium.
Of course, that's illegal, not just in BEW, but also on the world stage. As
Correct.
Fish Knight.
Going back, just raking the face there. It was almost a fish hook clutch there.
Jake's Italian loafers were made by the Sicilian mob, so of course they do the most damage possible. Locking up.
Look out here.
Fish Knight spilled to the outside. Now he's out there with Cowboy. But Cowboy backing away. He doesn't want to get this match disqualified because then Jake
I almost
can't
thought
win.
Jake was going to go over the top rope again. I was waiting for it. Oh, Superman
Oh
punch.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
2.
Oh, 2.5.
Razor thin margins
Oh.
right there. I thought Fish Knight was
Wow,
done.
the impact of that. That is how you do a Superman punch. Oh, he went for the discus. I thought it was almost going to be the boss's lariat, and Fish Knight smartly getting in the way. And now it's Jake in the way as he gets crushed into the turnbuckles.
Is this it? 2. No.
No.
Jake escaping from Fish
He's
Knight.
magic carping on the mat.
Shoulder
Oh,
check.
another big shoulder block there. Like I said, Jake looking a little woozy. I mean, not that I blame him, really.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
look out here.
I think we have a pump.
Oh, look out.
Handle slam.
Riptide!
But that's not it. He's measuring him up for a follow-up. What do we got here?
Deep. Oh, that's
1,
it.
2,
That's it.
3.
And your winner and still champion.
Well fought, Jake, but I hope you were able to get that life insurance policy because he damn near killed you. Fish
Right?
Knight.
That Leviathan drop there, that two-handed choke bomb.
21st Century, what did you think of that contest? I was very impressed with Jake. Nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, I thought you put on a very high caliber match, but Fish Knight continuing to prove why they are a menace to Bad Elephant Wrestling. What are your
Oh,
thoughts, my co-host?
No, I agree. I actually, I was a little worried there for the champion on a couple of occasions. That Superman punch, let me tell you, that rattled my own teeth. I really thought that might have been it, but the champion digging deep, kicking out at about 2 3/4, and then able to turn that around with a riptide and then that choke bomb. So yeah, I mean, that lived up to the hype in my opinion for that match for sure.
Well, speaking of hype, let's get excited because we have an Extreme Rules match coming up for the Taco Bell Tag Team titles. The Bad Dudes are getting ready to face off against the Alphabet Superstars, who have been on a hell of a championship title reign. They have taken on all comers and they have kept those belts around their waist. This is actually the second time at bat for the Bad Dudes. They had a great match earlier this year. They had to, work their way back up the rankings, and they did so in impressive fashion. And now they want those belts so desperately that they're ready to enter Extreme Rules. 21st Century Fool, what do you think about this contest?
This is going to be great. The first time these two teams met, it was an incredible back and forth match that I actually thought the Bad Dudes were going to win. And I think it was CJ who managed to kick out at the literal last second and then managed to get a submission hold applied and got the win for their team. And so I am very anxious to see what happens I've been waiting for this rematch, honestly.
I mean, yes.
Alphabet Superstars are a phenomenal team and have proven time and time again why they're a fantastic champion. But the Bad Dudes, I mean, it's an apt name for this team as well, and I've been waiting for this. Speaking of things we might have to wait for, Fish Knight saying, I think he may have kept Jake knocked out with that third slap. My code of honor demands a rematch free of interference.
Oh, well, you ask, and I think it'd be fitting enough to receive. Are we going to get Jake Fish Knight 2? Stay tuned. I think it could be in the cards. What say you, 21st Century Fool? Huh?
I mean, I will never argue another barn burner like that one. And it's our Taco Bell Tag Team Champions making their way to the ring. RK, it's CJ, it's the Alphabet Superstars. And let me tell you, since they've sort of reinvented themselves, Tom, they have been on a roll. Gnome Church saying, put me in the damn tank and I'll have a chance. That is interesting. That is really, really interesting.
"21st Century Fool"?
There you are.
Oh, well, I don't even know when I turned my mic off.
I don't know. Yeah, all of a sudden you were just very quiet, and I was like, is it me? Is it you? Is it me? Is it you?
Anyway, what I was trying to say is we've got RK, the high-flying Birdman keeping the skies safe, and we got CJ, host of the recently launched Brighter Spectrum podcast. They are hustling not just in the ring, but outside of the ring. And then we got the Bad Dudes, two powerhouses, two hard-working, beer-drinking, blue-collar badasses who are just ready to have some gold around their waist.
Yeah, like I said, I've been waiting for this rematch. I knew it would inevitably happen, so.
I've also heard, I got an interesting request. J-Bo wants to come back to the land of the living full-time. They don't want to be here on borrowed time from Otherworld. I think I know somebody they could wrestle to get that, but do you think a match of that magnitude would be appropriate for our next show, 21st Century Fool?
Yeah, I mean, J-Bo has asked for it. You've got someone who can help out. I'm sure the fans would love to see it.
Yeah, if in the chat, if you want to see a man come back to life, if you want to see that halo disappear from J-Bo's head, give us a hell yeah, because he won't be at risk of going to hell anymore. He's been coming to BEW from Otherworld, using borrowed powers from the witch Yaba. Metroid Mike says, hell yeah. All right, then we're going to have to book it. J-Bo in a life-restoring match next show. And he may be entering that match with some gold around his waist. Let's see here. Oh, a nice backbreaker.
He might need that life-restoring match after this because RK has been taking it to him in the ring. Gilg's trying to turn things around for his team, but he's getting a little bit of the same from the Birdman.
We got some
CJ, a little slow start here tonight, but that's okay. Oh!
I think he heard you.
Oh, you come around the corner and catch that. Oh, man.
I think he definitely heard you there. RK trying to bring a sledgehammer into the equation. Gilg's now doing a pretty good job of keeping both tag champs at bay, but now his focus has gone from CJ to RK. CJ throwing Gilgs off the ropes into a nice tilt-a-whirl
backbreaker. Very nice, yeah.
Let us know in the chat who you've got your money on. J-Bo.
J-Bo back up to his feet, getting a little bit of revenge on RK here. Thought he was going to use the trash can, but no.
He decided to use his own feet instead. And RK
on the ladder. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Running DDT
J-Bo
on the ladder. And look out here. Gilg's, finally mounting a little bit of a comeback. He was getting really worked in the corner there. Now trying to handle CJ. J-Bo finally turning things around. Oh, look out.
1, 2. Nice even back and forth move so far in this match. We've had, we've had the bad dudes in control for a time, then the alphas, then the bad dudes, It just is going to come down to who's going to get the ultimate upper hand.
It's true. Ooh. I feel like the Alphabet Superstars have done a little bit better job of coming to each other's defense.
Right. Never keeping each other alone for too long. Oh, but Gilg's getting out of that standing suplex.
Yeah, that could have been real trouble there, but Gilg's managing to escape.
And again, we're talking about
picking up that chair.
The tide constantly turning. RK.
Oh, no, not on the chair. Not on the chair.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, Gilg's managing to reverse that again. Thank goodness. And now it's J-Bo and CJ. I'll say these two are the ones who have been worked over the most. They are in the ring. Ooh, and just busted open with that snake eyes there.
And J-Bo
now showing off the strength he's known for.
Yeah, J-Bo and CJ, the powerhouses of their team, wrecking each other with brutal shots.
RK catching that chair in the face. Oh, look out here. Sidewalk slam. Wow, and a cover.
Gilgs with
kick
a
out
big
RK got choke slammed right next to him. And this is all bad dudes right now. Look out here. Uh-oh.
Here we go. Tribute to Gilgs' favorite wrestler. It's the Razor. Oh, no!
Oh, slipped up. Neck breaker.
Oh, you got
that could have been it right there. Neckbreaker going for the cover. Referee in position. One.
J-Bo saving
J-Bo breaking that up. That is really smart. The bad dudes actually looking like they've got some. Oh, stunner! Oh, but not going for the cover. That's really. Oh, CJ will, but. I mean, CJ's like, you hit a finisher. Maybe we should do something here. I do not know what RK is doing.
That was good teamwork, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, here, you did the move, and I will take the pin for you. Oh.
I mean, I think it would have worked if RK would have stayed in the ring to take out J-Bo. The problem was he rolled out of the ring to get that kendo stick. Oh, it's a second stunner.
Another stunner.
Yeah, he rolled out of the ring, and then J-Bo was just able to break up the pin.
Gilgs going to get there in time. Oh. Wow.
Just in time.
We almost,
Just in time.
I think we almost
Wow.
saw a title defense right there. 21st Century Fool. Here we go. Oh.
Good Lord.
Gilgs is going to be incapacitated after this beatdown.
Metroid Mike, thank you for the 100 bits.
Absolutely, you rule, my good sir. And credit
Yeah,
to who it's
that
due.
reversal,
That-
let me tell you,
Those
Fish,
bits were for RK, and that excellent reversal. Bad Dude's now chasing CJ around the ring.
I thought CJ was going to be smart there, but no, and now it looks like a nerve hold? Not something I've seen J-Bo use before, but it appears to be working.
J-Bo now picking up that kendo stick.
Oh, look out here. We thought we were seeing it earlier. Will we see it now?
Yes. Razor's
Oh.
edge. No interruption. Here we
J-Bo
go.
Wait, did J-Bo break that up?
I can't fully tell. But
I don't think, I mean, RK is impressive. I don't think RK would have kicked out at one from Razor's edge.
Well, the thing is, that's why they call them the bad dudes. They're not here to take traditional pins. Did you see how he slapped CJ in the face? How he's just batting him around? And now J-Bo wants the pin. One, and RK breaking it up. Hip
Another
toss.
nice reversal there from RK. This is getting interesting.
Challengers playing with their
DDT
food.
there, but oh, look out. RK and J-Bo alone on the inside. Oh! Oh, he reversed the spear into a DDT.
Say that was a big reversal. Is it a match
Wow.
defining reversal? We are going to find
That
out.
was incredible. Oh, now CJ unfortunately taking that sledgehammer. Gilbs trying to call RK out of the ring. Springboard DDT!
Soaring through the skies like the Birdman that he is.
And breaking a kendo stick over J-Bo's back, I think. But CJ is taking an absolute beating, and RK has got to be smart about this. Never mind.
There's the difference maker. The sledgehammer to the gut. Gil's going for the pin. Two. Oh,
No, RK kicking out.
close, but not enough.
He just got to get. Oh, look out! That was really smart. RK rolling out of the ring. Gilgs was going after RK, trying to keep him in, and CJ grabbed his legs and pulled him out of the ring.
Stopping his momentum, but you know,
That could have saved a lot there. Oh, code breaker!
what we
Oh,
got
look out here.
Big insig. Oh, what?
Oh my, no! Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me?
How can you walk after that many backbreakers on the knee?
Out. J-Bo is down, and I do not blame him. Look out here. Little package bomb there. Both of the bad dudes now down outside of the ring, but they're outside of the ring, so none of this matters.
This match only ends on the canvas, and J-Bo getting back up, but maybe a little dazed, you know.
Well, he's trying not to step on his partner for once, and instead he's going to catch.
Oh,
My God, just ran into that boot. My God.
the Alphabet
Oh,
Superstars
my.
potentially.
This match has been crazy. Look out!
Oh,
On the ladder. Choke slam on the ladder.
good night, RK. Look at him.
CJ
Oh, RK.
getting pumped up, but Gilgs. CJ smartly rolling out of the ring. I think RK might be
Yeah, I was gonna
injured
say,
over there. That choke slam. Wow.
Are humans supposed to fold that way?
No.
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 No. And RK still not moving, slowly trying to get to their feet. And J-Bo putting him back down.
Fish Knight with the good Lord in all caps, and I completely agree.
And
Oh
setting him
no,
up.
not on the outside.
Razor's edge without
Oh,
out the protection of the canvas.
Razor's Edge on the outside, J-Bo on the other side with those 400-pound steel steps to RK's back. This is crazy. Does RK have anything left?
RK now running to his partner's aid.
Again, that is what has allowed the Alphabet Superstars to be the champions they are for so long. It's their teamwork. But man, let me tell you, they are taking a beating tonight from the bad dudes.
RK might as well have been stung by a bunch of bees, according to Metroid Mike. The Alphabet's taking control, and it looks like CJ's ready to end this. He's getting J-Bo back into the ring, but not before maybe making sure that Gilg stays outside the ring. Oh, he took too long. He took too long. Look at this. Oh, are we going to get it out? Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Your leg is not supposed to bend that way.
I don't think your head can survive direct contact with the apron, with the ringside barricade like that.
My God.
Jake in the chat, this isn't even wrestling anymore. This is a full-on beatdown.
Oh, yeah. This is nuts. And now it's the bad dudes in control.
Well, no matter how bad it
all
gets.
All 4 members outside the ring, though. Where nothing can happen to end this match in your favor. The only upside is there are no countouts. Yes, Metroid Mike, the classic wrestling move, kill them.
Fish Knight asking.
CJ now. Oh, no, CJ walking into that sidewalk slam.
But is it
that
enough?
Could be it.
Is it enough?
I think after all these beatings, anything might be enough.
2, 3.
We have new champions.
They did it. Holy shit, we have new champions.
My God.
And you know what? In my opinion, well earned.
Oh, whoever won this match, it was going to be well earned. This was an absolute beat down. Like the amount of damage these 4 wrestlers have taken. Holy cow. Yes, that's right. His signature finisher, murder.
Is exactly. And I just gotta say, props to the Alphabet Superstars for an iconic tag team run with a lot of great matches and defenses. Nothing to be ashamed of, but it was time for a change of pace, and it finally happened. We got it with the bad dudes finally taking the Taco Bell Tag Team Championships. That leads us to just our main event, 21st Century Fool. And 21st Century Fool.
Good luck
21st Century
these
Fool.
2 wrestlers to follow everything that has happened so far.
Absolutely. 21st Century Fool, if you had to have a stipulation on this main event, what would it be? I mean, this contest already is going to be something special, but what if we could make it just a little bit juicier? What do you think?
There's not a Smash Brothers stipulation, is there? Is Dimensional Dark Car still in the chat?
Well, I'm just gonna hit A on whatever I land on. It lands on. It's gonna be a submission match.
Oh no!
For the BEW Championship, and who is gonna be competing tonight here? 21st Century Fool, tell us the tale of the tape.
Fish Knight. You sort of took the words out of my mouth. I was just gonna say this match is gonna be fantastic, but I don't know how you follow all the ridiculous action we've already had. But yes, we've got the Retro King himself, Josh Yeager, who managed to steal, I'll say it, a victory from JB from Game Corp to get the #1 contender spot, taking on Thunder Bandit, who won a best 2 out of 3 falls against his tag team partner Chris to keep his title, and has held on to it against Jake's cash-in from Money in the Bank. This is going to be phenomenal.
Hell to the yeah. And speaking of said #1 contender, the Retro King, levels above, getting ready to walk down to the ring. Hasn't had a title since he lost his Sparkling Ice belt. Hasn't had a functioning cape since about 2 or 3 game updates ago. What is happening with clothing in this game, 21st Century Fool?
It has gone the hair route.
The hair route, yes, indeed.
I don't know why it's a thing. I don't know why Josh cosplays as Grimace for the first 20 seconds of his entrance.
Oh, he fixed it. He fixed his cape with that spin around, so good for him. Is that a bad omen?
No ring audio?
Is that a wardrobe malfunction? I got it back on. Is that a wardrobe malfunction, or is Josh just psyching us out, making us think he's not prepared for this match? What do you think, 20?
I mean, knowing Josh, it's probably the latter there. Metroid Mike saying they love Thunder Bandit's setup. It looks so good. I agree.
Hell yes. His fit check is always on point. And Fish Knight asking, to what extent is there ever a main event in BEW? Every match is top tier. Well, you are correct. This is the best wrestling you can watch on a Monday night. But we honor tradition, and tradition states that the main event is for the world champion. And so we are going to see Retro King Josh Yeager try to take that world championship from Thunder Bandit in a submission match. Have we ever had one of those, 21st Century Fool?
No, I don't believe we have.
First ever.
Well,
oh?
No. It was not a complete submission match, though I will say, I think it was a Falls Count Anywhere match that we had where Josh Yeager actually submitted The Rock outside of the ring.
It's true. It's true. Thunder Bandit, of course,
it's the closest we have come.
Thunder Bandit, a very talented high flyer. So I don't know if submissions are necessarily in their repertoire. This could be an interesting and maybe dangerous match type for them.
This match is peak 80s. Fish Knight took a walk down to South America for some coffee beans and got back right in time for the end of Josh's intro.
I'm glad you were able to get some of those refills in. Good job, Fish Knight.
That
Thunder
belt
Bandit
looked impressive. Like the color scheme for the champion.
Of course. The championship belt, as always, gets a custom design from the champion. And, Thunder Bandit has worn that belt proudly. They won it in a nice match against their former tag partner, Chris, and then defended it across a series of well-fought matches. And now, the title defense, I think this is the first time these two may even be facing each other one-on-one.
From Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 232 pounds.
Yeah, I'm curious. We would have to go way back in the archives, but I think you might be right, Tom.
Josh, with that power glove, it's taken him to championship gold before. He is a former world champion, of course. Back when we had the Twitch championship.
Wrestling champion, Kerry
But now, of course, we have one overall title that everyone in our roster guns for, a very prestigious title.
Yes, we have Hans to thank for that, for unifying those two belts.
And then we have Metroid Mike to thank for taking that belt off of Hans.
Just immediately afterwards. Seriously, if you have not seen that PTE, go watch it. Go watch it 30 times. It is worth every second of it. That unstable PTE was just insane.
In terms of inspiring sports moments, there's the Miracle on Ice, and then there's Metroid Mike defeating Hans. Josh into the corner. And, all right, Thunder Bandit going after Josh's legs right away. It being a submission match, I think that's an interesting strategy. What do you think, 21st Century Fool?
I think it's a very good strategy. One, you can't, disable the power glove. So why not pick another body part and focus on that?
There you go. Again, focusing on the upper legs now. If he gets locked in a sharpshooter or something equivalent, it could be very bad. And, oh, nope, Josh saying, nah, kicking him out. What do you think?
Yeah, this will be really interesting as, both of these wrestlers are not submission specialists at all. So this match could, be a detriment to either of them, or, it could be the first submission locked in gets the win. It could really kind of go either way.
Up
nice
and
duplex
over.
there from the Retro King.
Retro King's Power Glove versus Thunder Bandit's Intergalactic Power Armor. And oh no.
Speaking of submission,
This is how he made the rock tap not so long ago.
Gnome Church, this match is like if the Burger King Kids Club had a VH1 special.
Hell yes.
Metroid Mike says, I want Fish Knight versus Thunder Bandit for a science fiction collision match. I like that idea.
Ooh, a champion versus champion bout. I would book that match. What do you think?
Yeah. That sci-fi match would be great. Discombobulate!
I'll tell you what, if Thunder Bandit wins tonight, Thunder Bandit versus Fish Knight. What do you say, 21st Century Fool?
I'm here for this.
All right,
Oh,
Josh.
Josh seems to disagree. That power glove lariat.
Leapfrog. Drop down, and oh.
Oh, I think Josh was going for something big there. Thunder Bandit caught him and reversed it.
Yeah, gave himself a self-rock bottom. I don't know why he did that. But now he's
Tom,
going up top.
I have a question for you.
What?
Since we were talking, Fish Knight made a comment about the power glove can only be disabled by sales figures. I feel like the ways of lookout.
Nice. See, Jake, that's how you do it.
Yeah, I feel like the days of peripherals, I don't know what the heck happened there.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't want to say gimmicky ones, but like I feel like when you had like the Wii and stuff like that, like you had all sorts of different stuff. You know, you had like the wheel you could put the controller in for racing games. You had like a pistol like cartridge like that you could slide the controller in and play Resident Evil on it and stuff like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I feel like all those are gone.
Thank you for the subscription gift. When you're with us, we're free. Thank you for being so kind there. Really appreciate it. What? So you're arguing that peripherals are gone, 21st Century Fool?
I wasn't arguing. I was just saying I feel like they are most certainly less, and I'm trying to think of any recently. Like I do sort of feel like they are gone.
I mean, all you have to look at is the most popular console of the last 7 years. The best-selling console the last 7 years is the Nintendo Switch. You have the Wii, the Ring Fit Adventure Fitness Ring. You have wheels for Mario Kart. You know, you have a variety of like gimmicky attachments to the Joy-Con. You have the Toy-Con cardboard attachments. But no, I mean they're fewer. They're much fewer, but they are alive and well.
Yeah, but do you feel like I guess I should say, do you feel like lots of people like? I understand the Ring Fit because that has a very specific, like, that is basically you need this to play the game. But like, you know, like I know you have a Switch.
So
as
do
far
you.
as I do not have the
you-
wheel.
You have a Switch that you don't play, and what is? Hold on.
Oh,
Hold
look
on.
out!
Oh,
Oh, thunderclap!
an impressive.
I think this could be it.
Oh, has he done enough damage?
Sort
Is
of a
Josh?
modified label lock.
Oh no.
Josh slipping out of it. Oh no.
Lots of love in the chat. Lots of gift giving.
Oh,
Metroid Mike.
Jaeger bomb in the middle of the ring. But Josh not going for a submission hold.
Oh, nice
Oh,
reverse.
nice duck under though. That was really good. Yeah, no, I'm just wondering if people actually buy them. You know what I mean? Like, because I know, like I said, I don't really use my Switch nearly as much as I should. So I don't have any of the extra stuff. But as far as I know, other than the ones that simply make the Switch into a standard controller, I don't know if you do either.
No, basically, yeah, the age of peripherals, I think, are mostly dead and gone. I think, like, you know, Guitar Hero controllers, attachments for the Wiimotes, they're truly gone. And even though the Switch has a couple of unique peripherals for gameplay, they as you said, they are locked to specific games, and I don't think that's ever going to change going forward. And
Thank you, Cowboy. Thunderclap them cheeks.
here we go.
Oh, look out
calf
here.
crusher.
Calf crusher. Even though Josh's foot is on the ropes.
Referee's not paying attention.
I mean, my goodness. That punch was crazy, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
Springboard. Oh.
Cowboy said I missed the Kinect voice controls from the original Xbox One. I also missed them, and I missed the live streams.
Another phenomenal forearm.
I missed the live streams where people would change their like Xbox usernames to like Xbox shut down, and then people in the chat would be like, haha, look, that guy's username is Xbox shut down, and then their Kinect would turn their console off. That was always right proper fried gold. Big dropping elbow.
This is looking bad for the Retro King. He took 2 flying elbows off the ropes.
Metroid Mike,
And
pure
not with
chaos. Pure chaos.
That crazy punch from the top rope.
And look, he's working the leg. If he gets another calf crusher in, Josh may have to tap just due to all the damage to his knees, to his calves, to his thighs. I mean, the calf crusher is just a very compromising move. And Thunder Bandit looks like he's doing the work. He's in the center of the ring, you know?
Yeah, I feel like the champ has understood the assignment here. He has really been methodically working on Josh's limbs. He's really been trying to keep him down. Frog splash! And Josh has gotten some action in, but when he hasn't really followed it up with any, he hasn't worked the body. He hasn't gone for a submission. He's basically just treated this like a regular match.
Thunder Bandit looking to get energy from the crowd. What is this? Thank you, Toxic.
Gandalf.
The gift giving, the love in the chat tonight. You are all incredible, lovely people. You're
Another phenomenal forearm from outer space from Thunder Bandit. Thank you.
Really, thank you. I love
Thank you,
everybody
Toxic
who hangs
Gandalf,
out with us. I
seriously.
really love everybody who hangs out with us. You are the best people. Don't ever forget that. Josh refusing the tap and starting a little rally here.
Gorilla press off the ropes. Look out.
Wow.
Body splash.
Has his time finally arrived? I see he's getting ready for more power moves. But, wow.
Massive Jaeger bomb again in the middle of the ring.
And look.
The champion flopping over like a fish out of water. No offense, Fist Knight.
Josh slightly
But
incapacitated
will he
there.
do anything about it? Like, here's your chance. Oh, okay. The answer is yes.
And Thunder Bandit's response is no. Connecting with
Nice
a drop kick. Oh, the reversals.
Josh's response now also no. Big lariat. There will be no possum pin in this. Up, going back to the
Ionian
the
nerve grip.
hold.
And he's got the Magna Claw applied for more pressure.
I mean, you are correct. He is using the power glove, so this is actually a really smart move on Josh's account here.
Hey, no worries, Fish Knight. You got to do what you got to do. Thank you, Metroid Mike, for the bits. Fish Knight, thanks for being here. Congrats on your victory. Both champion and contender down in the middle of the ring.
They are both down, and we have reached level 2 of our hype train. Thank you to everyone.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate that. Josh, back up.
True,
Yes, Fish
true.
Knight, go and do what you need to do, but we do always appreciate you being here. And that's it!
Oh my gosh, he did it.
Never mind. Everyone has made it to the end. I don't believe it. I mean, apparently it's 4 Jaeger bombs is the answer.
Josh now 2 for 2 in submission matches, would you say?
This is incredible.
The Retro
I
King.
I don't know what to say. Again, we were just like, I feel like Josh didn't understand the assignment, and then he aces the test, and you're like, all right, well, never mind.
The Retro King, now the king of Bad Elephant Wrestling. Wow, with a capital with the highest of Owen Wilson rounds. A very good matchup. Most people thought that the tag match wouldn't be able to be topped, and maybe that it didn't, but I think we got an S tier match followed by an S tier match. What do you think, 21st Century Fool?
Oh, absolutely. Without question. That one was nuts. We had signatures and finishers just being thrown all about. I mean, the only thing we didn't have, and I'm guessing because it was a submission match, is weapons were not legal. Otherwise,
Right.
dear God, who knows what could have happened. But
the human
wow,
body
yep.
can only take so much before it must submit. Thunder Bandit, an incredible first ever title reign. You put on a wonderful series of matches time after time. You proved you were a worthy champion. Congratulations. Looking forward to seeing where your journey takes you next. But Josh, after a long stretch of time, is once again a world champion. He is the king of BEW. What do you think that means for the roster, 21st Century Fool?
Oh boy, we are all on notice now, and just wait for the promos here. Let me tell you.
Oh, he's gonna cut the longest promos of his career with that gold around his waist. But
the Retro King living up to his name and now has the gold to go with it.
there you go. His intro is going to get longer, says Metroid Mike. Maybe. Well, I thought this was a all-around very fun night of wrestling action, and it was made that much more fun by the badass people in our chat. Thank you, Fish Knight, Toxic Pandolf, Cowboy, Jake, Metroid, Mike, Thunder, Bandit, yourself, 21st Century Fool. Any other friends I'm missing? Because you were all popping off tonight, and I really enjoyed hanging out with you.
No, I think we got everybody. This was fantastic. Like you said, it absolutely lived up to the hype. This was our first go for the gold, if you will.
But not the last. Not the last.
Whew, boy, let me tell you.
A very successful event.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, just go back and read half the chat if you want to see what sort of barn burners we had tonight. I always hate to keep pulling out Sheamus's banger after banger after banger, but damn.
Hell yeah. Thank you again also to Metroid Mike and Toxic Panda for the love spreading in the chat, giving out some subs, giving out some hugs and bits. You guys are very kind people. Keep spreading that love. So I know the last time we streamed, we said that was the last Mammoth Monday. This is probably the last Mammoth Monday. I think September 8th, Sunday, we're going to have our weekly show moved to Sunday nights. So, name to be determined. I know I joked at the top. I said something about Sunday Stampede or Sunday Smash. 21st Century Fool, I'm sure you got some great ideas. We're going to have to brainstorm.
We'll come up with something. Feel free to also throw some stuff in the Discord if you've got a great idea that pops into your head. It's how we got Go for the Gold. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. Sunday Slam, another good contender, but it will be announced soon. But for now, we're going to bed. At least I am anyway. So thanks again to everybody. Thank you, 21st Century Fool. And until Weekend Whackin' Dudes, oh my God, maybe WWD. Until next time, we will see you in the future. Have a good night, everybody.